big flag at Alton Marina, saying goodbye to the Key West of the Midwest, as they call it, on our way to Alton, Illinois.
Hi, we're Mark and Mel. After raising 4 amazing daughters who are now raising our 12 grandchildren and helping people on land in the real estate business for over 30 years, we're now realizing our goal of a year-long adventure cruising America's Great Loop on our boat Paradise. This is a 6,000-mile journey through waterways that include the Atlantic and Gulf Intercoastal Waterways, Great Lakes, Canadian Heritage Canals, and inland rivers of America's Midwest cities. Join us as we navigate over 100 locks, explore cities large and small, and experience an unforgettable journey through America's Great Loop.
Well, we are now entering the mighty Mississippi.
This is Alton Marina. We're gonna be meeting up with all the loopers right there to discuss our next leg of the trip, because it is gonna get kind of dicey. They stopped having water here, and there is only a couple of marinas that you can get gas south of here. How much diesel do we have in our boat?
How much do we have right now, or how much will it hold?
How much will it hold?
400 gallons.
So that we have quite a bit. So we're fortunate that way.
Yeah, we have about a 500-mile range, and we could even go a little slower or operate on one of the two engines individually, and almost double that range if we did that.
So we're kind of safe that way. So we'll stay tuned. We'll let you know how it goes. It's kind of dicey right now. Plus, it's going to go from like 8 in the 70s and 60s to supposed to get down.
There's going to be sub-freezing temperatures in 2 or 3 days. Well, sub-freezing overnight lows, but highs in the around 40.
So stay tuned and see if we ever make it south of here.
24 hours later.
They're going to be calling anytime now.
All right, well, we are about ready to go through the lock. We've got a group here. Shoot, I can't get this thing straight. So we're about ready to go. Head down from, where are we at? We're at Alton. And we're about ready to leave. We had a meeting with a bunch of other loopers last night. Because there's a ton of boaters together, and there's still people coming in to the locks from Lake Michigan, which I can't believe. We were scheduled to be later. I'm so glad we bumped it up and left sooner, because the weather's really nice. I mean, it's been raining some days and it's cold, and then it gets sunny again and warm, and yesterday was warm. Today's supposed to be warm. And then there's going to be a big cold front coming in. And it's going to get down to 30 degrees. So everybody's trying to make their way south to on the river. So we're further south, but we still have a long way to go. So we are all kind of coordinating together so that we can take pictures of each other in front of the St. Louis Arch. We're going to take pictures of each other on the boat near the arch, try and help each other that way. Somebody coordinated, they're going to call the lock to make sure that they're open this morning so that we can get through right away. So we are all up. She's going to let us know if it's a go, and then we're going to all take off together so that we can all get into that lock and through it, out of the way of traffic, so we don't have to wait for the lock to open again, and don't have to wait for our turn, and we can get on with the day, because this is a long day of traveling. This is a day where we're going to be on the river for about 10 hours, I think, because as marinas are closing around here, and some of the marinas, because of the depth of the water, it's harder for us to get in every marina, and so yeah, so we are going to, there's only minimal places we can stay, minimal places we can anchor, and we have some other buddy boats that are the same way. So a little concerning about that. We're trying to all make our way down to at least the Ohio River, so we can go up the Ohio River and get closer to the warmth and get into the Kentucky Lake. That is our plan for over the next couple, 2-3 days. Hoppies, we were going to go to Hoppies. Hoppies is full. So I don't know where the next group is coming down to go. They're not supposed to tie up and raft up to each other at Hoppies. So we're kind of keeping them in our thoughts, because it's just getting kind of late in the game. So this is a tough thing about when the locks are opens later in the season. We wanted to all be down the river by now, but we had to wait for those locks to be repaired. So there's a lot of boats in this group that are deciding to do this right now. Let's know how it goes. There are a few of the group that did have reservations and are going to Hoppies, but the rest are going on to Kaskaskia. Had a hard time saying that name, Kaskaskia, and there's a wall there, but and you can raft up. We can raft up to each other too, but not all boats can do that. Not all boats can fit on the wall. Not all boats can raft up. So we might be anchoring out for the next couple nights. So we'll let you know.
It is just after 7 a.m. this morning. We just left Alton Marina, Alton, Illinois, and we're just about to enter the Mel Price Lock, less than a mile, I believe, south of the marina where we stayed last night. Today we have a flotilla of 12 boats, and we're going into what I think is possibly the largest lock we've been on or been in since we started the loop. In fact, this very large barge tow just came out of the lock right there, headed to Kaskaskia Lock and Dam today. It'll be our longest trip of the loop as well, about 85 miles. So we're going to have a long day ahead of us, but we're looking forward to 3 knot or more push from the current of the Mississippi River that we're in.
So this is why it takes so long, right? Because we wait. We get going, then we wait. And we have a tow passing another barge, right?
The tow is passing another tow in a narrow channel here.
Yeah.
So we all had to come to a complete stop for a little bit, all 12 of our boats, to let them pass each other, which they've done, which you can probably get on video as they're coming towards here.
This is pretty narrow channel. the chain of rocks. We are going left, the correct way, on the Mississippi towards the St. Louis Arch. We will be going through one more lock before we get there. The chain of rocks lock. And it's coming up here pretty soon. And then we will all try and take a picture of each other at the St. Louis Arch.
Well, we made it to the Kaskaskia Lock and Dam, about 50 or 60 miles south of St. Louis, and we are wrapped it up with some friends of ours on a wall that's part of the lock that we're allowed to stay on for free. My favorite price is free. And one of the boats of the loopers that are here did decide to go ahead and anchor out right there, which is okay. And there's the dam back there behind the boat. I'm standing on the bow of Paradise, and you can't quite see the lock because our next door neighbors here have a 65-foot Hatteras, which is a huge boat, and the lock is right behind them. So we're here with, oh gosh, a dozen or so looper boats. There's 3 of them right there wrapped together, and then there's several more rows of at least 2 boats in front of them. But today was actually the longest single trip we've made since we bought the boat. We did about 85 miles today. This is one of what's going to be 3 stops along the Mississippi and then along the Ohio River, where there will be no marinas for us to stop at. So we will be completely self-contained and off the grid, so to speak. And we've got this really neat full moon that is rising through the trees there. See if I can zoom it in. There we go. It was a beautifully warm day today. Got up into the 80s. Started with a jacket on and long pants and ended up finishing with shorts and short sleeves. But it is expected and forecast to get very cold tonight. Well, much colder anyway. Lows when we wake up tomorrow will be in the low 40s. And I'm guessing it's probably 65 right now. Just beautiful